Wow, thank you. I read this story when I was a little boy about Socrates, where he was walking along the river with this little boy, and the little boy said, "Will you teach me about wisdom?" And Socrates started to drown that little boy in the water. And he pulled him out of the water and he said, "When you're underwater, what do you want most?" The little boy said, "I wanted air." Socrates goes, "When you want wisdom the way you want air, you'll have it." And I remember thinking how profound and deep that was. I wanted a hero to teach me life lessons like that. Now I'm a grown man, and I understand that that was attempted murder. That's what that was. So it's different, you know, because I've had so many life lessons, so many heroes in my life now. You know, most recently, I have terrible vision. I found my own Socrates because my vision is terrible. This is my visual field. I'm blind in my left eye, and I can see from my hand up. So this is how I wander the earth every day. You'll see me tonight missing your handshakes and stepping on toes and squeezing titties on accident. It's just the cross I got to carry. I actually had a surgeon tell me we can try a procedure and it might work, but it probably won't. I said, might work, but probably won't? How many years of medical school is that? Everything might work, but probably won't. Me trying to fix it myself might work, but probably won't. Who would do anything with those kind of options? You could try to make a sudden move to your pocket in front of the police and it might work, but it probably won't. You can try to let Jesus take the wheel if you like the song so much. That also might work, but probably won't. You can try to get Jews to forgive and forget. Might work, probably won't. You can try to get a big black woman to celebrate quietly on The Price is Right, and guess what? It might work, probably won't. So I found my Socrates, little Chinese ophthalmologist in Vancouver, and he was about to perform a surgery on me with a needle and thread. He said, "Listen, this is just gonna hurt, and I'm sorry." And for some reason, I may relax and deal with the pain. And I think about that phrase all the time. This is just gonna hurt, and I'm sorry. How much different would all of our lives have been if people had said that a few more times to us? This is just gonna hurt, and I'm sorry. High school would have been so much damn easier if they would have said that. If the preacher would have said, right before I pronounce you man and wife, it's just gonna hurt. I'm sorry. My wife, she says that I'm her hero. I think it's because we're so different. She likes that I'm so different, you know? She's half hippie, half folk singer. You know, I'm half Morpheus, half Mr. Magoo. She's Canadian, I'm American. She's from a terrible, small, boring, rural cow turd of a town called Ottawa. I don't know if you ever heard of it. I was born and raised in Las Vegas. We're so different. Oh man, her parents are perfect. Stayed together forever. The mom's a beautiful homemaker. The father works for the government. On my mother's side, I have preachers. Preachers in Vegas. Preachers in Vegas. You talk about trying to check the devil for a hernia. That's a hard job. On my father's side, 4 pimps. 4 pimps. My grandfather's a pimp. My father's a pimp. 2 of my uncles is pimps. Genetically, I should be a hoe whisperer, but I found out I was funny, so I'm not now. Physically, I wouldn't be a good pimp because my eyes is bad. I can't see good. You can't control one of your hoes if you can't tell she gave you a 5 or a 50. That's confusing. Wait, is this a 5? Is this a 50? Hey, did one of you bitches put a cake coupon in my money stack? What's going on here? They're so different and nice. It's amazing. They had a welcome to our family breakfast, and I was in awe of how open they were with the communication. They were just regular, weird, crazy questions. Just like, they would just ask stuff like, how was your day, and how do you feel, and what's new in your life? That's scary. My family, we don't communicate. We always act like somebody might be wearing a wire at the breakfast table. What you do last night? Why you asking? You wearing a wire, huh? You wearing a wire? It comes time the food, and the mom was beautiful. She goes, "Darryl, I made you a lovely bowl of porridge." I didn't know that was real food. The Goldilocks and Three Bears food, that's real food. Listen, I'm a black American, man. Are you kidding me? Half our recipes come with diseases in the recipe. 2 scoops of diabetes, a sprinkle of sickle cell, gout for garnish. My stomach is lined with poverty and butter. I'm not ready for Canada fairy tale breakfast foods. It was too nutritious. Too much nutrition shocked your system. The porridge went from taste bud to ass crack in 2 chews. I just burst into sweat. I couldn't blink. I was like, oh my God, my water's breaking, the baby's coming out. You meet somebody's parents for the first time, you can be all rude. Hey, nice to meet you. Sorry, I'll bust your toilet in half. So I'm just hanging on, and they're just chit-chatting away. That porridge is kicking in my back door like it had a warrant. Everybody get out right now. I couldn't take it anymore. I was like, ma'am, please, where's the bathroom? They live in a cottage. They live in a cottage. The bathroom was 6 steps from the table. I closed the door and I could still hear them chewing, so you knew they was gonna hear what I was gonna do. I could not be quiet with the will of God. It was disgusting. Oh, it sounded like a 4th grader's first tuba lesson. Oh my God. Oh. I came out, I was just humiliated. Nobody else, her mom was like, wow, Darryl, that was a powerful movement you just had. My wife's, did you want to have a shower? You should have a shower. So is my wife my hero? Hell no, she's not my hero. Because if she was my hero, she'd have told me before I ate that porridge, this is just gonna hurt, and I'm sorry. Thank you guys very much.